Hi everyone, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading today that is for Sun, Moon and Risings. If it doesn't resonate with yourself, then please take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. I hope you like your messages today. If you do, please like and subscribe to the channel and you'll get updates every time that I put new content on the channel. Okay, let's get into the reading. Hi, so this reading is for the collective of Capricorn. It is a self-reflection reading. Now, the reason I'm doing a self-reflection reading is there are points where we might come to in our lives where we need to do a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of inner work on ourselves. And sometimes we don't know where to start. So this is something to try and give a little bit of help to some of you Capricorns that might feel that you're a little bit stuck or you're a little bit down and you don't know what to look at within yourselves. Now, it won't resonate for everybody because it is a collective reading. So do take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't for others. Yeah, and let's get started. So today is the 15th of May. Whenever it falls into your feed, though, is when it's likely to be relevant to yourselves. It could be something from your past, your present, or it could be something coming up in your future. Okay. Can we get some card spirit for Capricorn for whatever self-reflection journey they may need to be looking at? Please can we get some card spirit for Capricorn for their self-reflection journey? Okay, so the overall energy of the reading is the Emperor and he is in the upright. Okay, now the Emperor is a pretty good energy. It does mean that you generally know exactly what you want. You're quite prideful. You might be a boss at work. You could be, in a leadership role. You've got good boundaries. You're somebody that generally takes charge. You're generally the person behind the wheel of things. Okay. Now, in your first position, we've got how your self-talk reflects or is affecting your true self. So you've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse is basically how you're talking to yourself. Now, that King of Pentacles in reverse, he's a little bit unstable. He's a little bit of a con man. He's a bit unethical and he can be in debt. Or he could be somebody that just likes to spend a lot of money. So this potentially suggests that your inner voice is possibly trying to guide you into doing the wrong things, potentially. It could also suggest that it's trying to get you to spend your money on anything. If you're somebody that saves up quite a lot or you look at things from a business perspective, it might be trying to tell you to be a bit more frivolous and just do whatever you want, spend your money. You don't need to save. It could be doing any of those things. It could be that it's trying to talk you into doing certain things that you might not agree with normally as well. Now, what you're hiding from yourself out of shame or fear is actually the Ten of Pentacles, okay? Now, this is generally a good card. It generally means that you've got, great home, family life, and things are going really good. Now, it could potentially mean that you're ashamed of something that's happening with that. So maybe you're ashamed because the 10's normally something right at the end as well. So that's what you want things to end up at. So maybe you're scared of getting that potentially. Maybe that's why the King of Pentacles is telling you to spend it all because it doesn't see the point of, or it doesn't want you to get this happy ending. It could be that you're scared of reaching that goal. of what it might mean when you hit that goal, because where do you go from there once you've got it? It could be that, you know, you could be scared of having a happy home. Maybe you're somebody that's got yourself addicted. Say addicted, you might be used to traumatic, how do I put it? You might have had maybe some trauma that's happened to you previously, and you might have got used to being neglected or abused. And it could be that you find the possibility of a happy home scary because it's something you're not used to. It could be that, as silly as it sounds, it could be that you might have another family that you're ashamed of, or you know, you if there's been a third party somewhere, you could have another family that you don't have anything to do with, and they're happy, and you could be ashamed of that. Now, obviously, that is going to be specific for some people, but not others. But yeah, it to me, though, because it's all pentacles, it just suggests that it's something to do with money and finances. So it looks as though you may be self-sabotaging yourself and talking yourself out of having, you know, stability, potentially. Now, we've got, in your third card, what healing can you access to help you get away from this self-sabotage or this fear as such? And we've got the Seven of Swords, and that's in reversed. Now, the Seven of Swords, when it's in reversed, is suggesting that you need to basically have complete disclosure of something. Potentially you may have been lying, or you may have done something underhanded. You might have manipulated somebody or something, a situation. You may have lied, deceived, any of those. And this is suggesting that you own it. Doesn't necessarily mean that you own up to everybody that may have been involved, but you own up to it to yourself. Now, obviously, that depends on what it is, and it is completely your choice on whatever you do. If it's something where you want complete out in the open, you know, then you're probably going to have to tell people that may have been involved as well. But yeah, so that is suggesting that, you know, whatever has happened, if you may have been caught in the act, or, you know, you need to disclose something that you may have done, lied, cheated, stole, deceived, manipulated, any of those, something that you felt that you got away with, but it's eating up at you in the inside, telling you, don't worry about it, it's not going to make any difference, get rid of it, no one has to know. And this is saying they do need to know, otherwise I'm not going to be happy, you know. This is saying get that closure out there, get all that full disclosure out, and that should help. Because even if it's something to do with a relationship or a work situation, yes, it might put you in a slightly worse position, because obviously, depending what's happened, you could lose your job, you could lose a family, but it's not going to be eating you up anymore. You're not going to have that inner guilt, that inner voice telling you, oh, you know, no one needs to know. You're not going to have it eating at you. And you can always get a new job. Things with family can be healed. It just might take some time. So it's not going to be the end of everything. It might feel like it to start with, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it will be. Obviously, this is different for everyone. You know, certain disclosures could end up putting you in prison, depending on what you've done. So, you know, it is completely your choice on what you do. I am just telling you what the cards are saying. Okay, now, we also have, so what do you need to let go of? So we've got a Two of Cups in reverse on here. So this is suggesting that it's a partnership of some sort that you let go of. So maybe you've had a falling out or a disagreement with a partner. Now, it doesn't have to be a love partnership. It could be a work partnership. It could be a family partnership, you know. But somebody that you've got an emotional partnership or an emotional attachment to, it is suggesting that you let go of that, okay? But it also suggests that you also let go of the feeling of being on your own. So if it is something where you're scared of being on your own because of something that's happened, this is saying, you know, let go of that feeling. Okay. And what you need to embrace is you need to embrace the Fool. And the Fool is somebody that jumps in for new starts head first. Uses their heart. Uses the heart over the head. Doesn't look, just leaps. So that is suggesting that you embrace some sort of new start. Okay. So whether that's a new start to honesty, a new start of romance, a new, you know, any sort of new start, that's suggesting that you embrace. Okay. So whatever kind of new start comes from this situation. So it to me looks like your inner talk is telling you to do something, deceive somebody potentially, keep something disclosed. Your inner voice is, or you're scared that if you do, you know, your happy family's not going to be there. Your healing part is telling you to disclose it. Let go of anything bad that comes from it, whether it's the partnership ending or whether it's you feeling lonely because you've not, how do I put it, sometimes when you hold things in too long, it makes you feel lonely and isolated. So if you disclose it, even if you're not disclosing it to the person it relates to, maybe a counsellor or a friend, you know, it stops you feeling lonely because you're not on your own. You're not the only one that knows it's happened. So it will put an end to it, and it means that you then got a new beginning because you've got something to look forward to. You're not just on your own dealing with something that's keeping you bogged down and keeping you scared. You know, yes, it could cause issues. It could stir things up a little bit within your life, but you know, the Fool's telling you to have that leap of faith. Okay, now we're going to get some clarification on these as well. So, Spirit, can we clarify that King of Pentacles in reverse, please? Okay, so we've got the Star card in the upright. So the Star card is generally a card of healing. Okay, it's usually a card of optimism, trust, joy, purity, insight. So this potentially suggests that you may have broken some sort of trust, or you may have, you might be shunning some sort of guidance, or maybe you're even getting guidance. You're listening to your inner voice a little bit too much, and it's giving you the guidance to do something. Yeah, to me, again, I think it's more the dishonesty side of the King of Pentacles. That's the way that it's coming across for me. To me, it suggests that you may have not been as open potentially as you could have been, and that you think you're doing the right thing, and that you think that listening to that inner voice is going to give you some calmness and keep you on the right path potentially, because it is also for insight. Spirit, can we get some clarification for the Ten of Pentacles, please? Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles is now clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, now that Page of Wands is usually somebody of a fiery nature. Obviously, this is a reading with regards to your fears, that's you shaming your fear for that particular one. So it would suggest that you might be feeling a bit boxed in, and maybe that you could be holding back. It also suggests that there might be some disloyalty somewhere along the lines. So again, if this is the King of Pentacles telling you to, you know, do something a little bit shady, if it's work related, they're probably telling you, know, that it could be telling you to, I don't know, do something dodgy at work. If it's home related, it's telling you to try and get away with something. Okay, and you're under the impression that it's the right thing to do. But your fear is that your dishonesty is going to kill off your happy home life. Okay. Or you're ashamed of what you've done, and you're scared that, or you're ashamed that that dishonesty is going to be, you know, hurting it. You could also be holding yourself back from having that happy home life by being dishonest and keeping things hidden. Spirit, can we get clarification on this Seven of Swords, please? I mean, a lot of the time when it's something that, you know, because it's the page, it could be something that may have happened to you in when you were younger, potentially. It might be that you've seen something happen like this when you were young. Potentially somebody's done something that you may have done that may have been similar, and it's caused a massive argument, potentially falling out at work. Somebody may have lost their job, somebody may have lost a family, and you're potentially scared that it could be happening to you as well. Okay, so that Seven of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, and again, he's in reverse. So the Knight of Pentacles is generally a planner. He likes to plan things out and go slow and methodical, but he also is somebody that takes shortcuts and is a bit stubborn and plows on regardless of the outcome. Okay, so this would suggest that what you need to do is get on with it regardless of the outcome. Okay, fully disclose whatever's going on. You might want to plan it through first, have some sort of plans for, you know, what could happen as a backup if it's work related, for instance. You know, is there if you think you might lose your job, is there another type of employment that you could look at doing? Are there any benefits that you could go on if you were to lose your job? If it's a relationship, you know, have your backup plan for if things go sideways and not quite as happy as you might hope that they go. But it does, you know, it does suggest that, you know, don't necessarily take a shortcut in it. And, you know, just, yeah, even if it's slow to get to, because that Knight of Pentacles, like I say, he is slow. He's the slowest card of the deck, but it's one of those of, you know, if you have to take a slow approach, you have to take a slow approach, as long as you're taking the approach. And now again, you've got free will. It's completely up to you what you choose to do. Okay, so can we get clarification on this Two of Cups as well, please, Spirit? Okay, so we've got the Three of Swords in reverse for that Two of Cups. Now, the Three of Swords in reverse is a card of, when it's in the upright, it's a card of heartbreak. When it's in reverse, it is somebody overcoming that heartbreak. So this is suggesting that you let go of some sort of heartbreak. Okay, so this, I mean, again, it could be, you could be heartbroken that it may end up ending a relationship. Maybe you've had a third party and you've got to let go of one of them. It could end up being that, you know, you're heartbroken over how things might turn out at a job because of something that's happened. It's just heartbreak. It doesn't specify what kind of heartbreak. Everyone always assumes that it's with regards to love or, you know, a relationship because it's the Three of Swords, but it's just representing emotions. So it is purely just heartbreak. So it is suggesting that what you need to let go of is your heartbreak. Okay, so something that has either happened that could potentially be adding to your fear. You know, something you may have happened in the past could be driving you to deceive yourself and block things, or it could be something that may happen as an outcome of you you know, being open and honest and disclosing something. But yeah, either way, it's suggesting that you do need to let go of some sort of heartbreak, potentially around some sort of partnership that may have happened in the past, or may be happening now. Now, it's more likely to be in the past. And like I say, it could be something that's family related. It could be a work thing. It could be with regards to a past partner. It could be something, like I say, for the Page of Wands there, something that could have happened to you when you were younger. It could have been something from your childhood that might be still causing you a bit of heartache that you need to release in order to move forward. Okay, let's get clarification on this Fool as well, please, Spirit. Okay, so that is clarified by the Queen of Swords. Okay, now the Queen of Swords likes things to be fully disclosed. Okay, she likes honesty, truthfulness. She's very astute. Okay, she does express her emotions, but she expresses them very clearly as well. She also likes to express her truths. Now, this would suggest that you need to embrace being truthful. Okay, so maybe that Fool is telling you to, take a leap, take a new start, and start being honest and truthful. And that will lead you down a more brighter future. It will help you heal what you currently might be feeling stuck from. Okay, because if you start being honest and you're going down an honest path, if you're being true to yourself, being honest, it's one of those, it's being true to yourself and to others. So it is literally just suggesting that, you need to start being honest with yourself. You need to start being honest with others around you as well. So whatever that King of Pentacles is telling you to hide, it looks as though that could potentially be causing you some issues, and you need to embrace telling the truth, disclosing things, and heal, so you can heal from it fully. Okay, now I'm going to pull some oracle cards as well for you. Not sure why I shuffled those ones first, because I want to do these ones first. I'll do Moonology cards. Spirit, can we have some Moonology cards, please, to help Capricorn with their self-reflection journey? Okay, so we've got take time to breathe out. Okay, and that's a disseminating moon. We've got your hard work is paying off, and that's the new moon in Capricorn. And you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Okay, so take time to breathe. That's usually something when you're feeling a bit stressed or anxious. So if it is something where you're starting to start opening up and start disclosing things, if you start panicking, breathe. It will pay off, and you might feel like if it's something where it's affecting your relationships, your work life, you might think that, what's happened in the past makes you not good enough. But you are good enough. The past is something that you learn from. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means that you haven't learnt your lesson from it yet. But you are good enough regardless, okay? Don't let your past hold you back. Is on the underneath of your deck, of the deck on that, okay? So it does suggest that whatever that heartache is that you're healing from, or that you need to release, is something from the past. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let it make you keep secrets. Don't let it, make you dishonest. I get it might make you scared that you're never going to get that happy family and that you don't deserve it potentially, but everybody deserves one, Okay, let's get a Kitchen Witch Oracle as well. So these are oracle cards with different herbs on from your kitchen that may help with the situation. Spirit, can we get a Kitchen Witch Oracle as well to help Capricorn? That's a bit of a weird split. I'm going to take it from that. Blackberry, invasive. Okay, let me get the little book so I can read that to you. Okay, somebody is desperate to be part of your life and could be pushing your buttons right now. Their invasive presence and blatant disrespect of your boundaries is making you feel uncomfortable. Neighbour disputes could be an issue for you as boundary lines are crossed, or you may be fighting for personal space at work. Take time to break away and free yourself from entrapment and attachments of others and heal from anything that is causing you disease. So this could be very much, you know, something from the past that you may have had to fight tooth and nail to get for something, but you might be doing things in a slightly dishonest way. So this is suggesting, you know, try not to do that. So if you permit, I shall protect you from unwanted invasion with my thorny branches. Plant me in your garden to prevent energy vampires from crossing your threshold. And if the perpetrator draws blood from my thorns as dark and juicy as my berries, you can be sure that justice is served. So yeah, so the blackberry, eat some blackberries potentially if you like them. You know, it is suggesting that you might have people around you that could be potentially challenging you, and that might be what is making you feel like you're not worthy and you're not good enough. And it might be something where you end up doing stuff that could be a little bit deceitful and a little bit dishonest to get your own way. Right, well, I hope that has helped some of you Capricorns out there with any self-reflection that you may need to do. Again, apologies if it didn't resonate with you. Like I say, it will only resonate with some Capricorns because it's collective reading. Good luck with your self-reflection, and thank you for joining me today.